Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunday. I guess some of you have been already in Sunday for a while, as have I. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is that we find you across the world. As you know, I'm Nancy Matthews, and today I am really looking forward to introducing you to Margaret Leslie. She is a spiritual healing practitioner and the CEO of the Institute of Spiritual Healing and Aromatherapy. So, welcome, Margaret.
Thank you, Nancy. It's great to be here.
Yeah, we're going to have a lovely little afternoon together. And it's interesting. So, for all of you watching in, I love to highlight other women that are up to big things in their lives, in the world, making a positive difference. And for this Sunday, I was really inspired. I was on the phone with Margaret a couple of days ago, and I was like, let's do some prayer and meditation together and share your gift and your love and your light with the world. So I'm really grateful that you made some time to be here with us.
Well, thank you. It was awesome that you asked.
Yeah, for sure. And I see we have a few people joining us. So while we're going through our conversation and some prayer and meditation today, I'd love if in the comments, go ahead and let me know what kind of practice do you have for prayer and meditation. And I find that myself, and I'm going to anchor back a year ago, actually, when the pandemic first hit, like I had what I thought was a strong enough spiritual practice. And when all of the stressors started happening with the lockdowns and then the businesses closing, like I felt myself get so depleted. And I'm sure other people feel that too, still to this day. So I upped my spiritual practice and went from, 15 to 20 minutes a day to 30 minutes to an hour. I spend a good hour every morning just kind of preparing myself for whatever is going to come in the day. So that's why we're offering this, because I would imagine there's some people still feeling the stressors. So we want to, what's going to get us all through this is upping our connection to hope, to peace that surpasses all human understanding. Right, Margaret?
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah. So share with our audience before we dive into some prayer. How did you get on this path? I mean, your Institute of Spiritual Healing and Aromatherapy is what you do all day, every day. Tell us how you got into this.
Well, I'd been connected with church my entire life, but I always felt that I would look at my hands, even in college, and say, what am I supposed to do with these? And I didn't recognize that I felt things that a lot of people don't feel, but I obviously did, and knew where people hurt and knew where to put my hands, like for massage or something like that. So that had always been there. And honestly, there was a time in my life where I thought I wanted to be a minister. I was in the clinical psychology program, but I really didn't want to swap into anything else. And really wasn't interested in doing sermons. So that sort of discouraged me a little bit. It was the spiritual outreach part. So I did become a school psychologist and was that for 25 years. In working with people, I was always aware of body work, and did developmental play therapy with hands-on, and saw how much the hands-on changed things for autistic children and for severely handicapped and or challenged children. And so eventually I was introduced to Healing Touch. And it just, the first class I went to, I knew my soul had come home to where I belonged.
And well, hold on a second. That was beautiful. So the first class you went to, you knew your soul had come home to where it belonged. And put in the chat, do you ever get a knowing like that when you've experienced something, right? So that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I knew right then I'd teach this work. I mean, I knew that was where I was headed. And I did become an instructor. And then I was introduced to the Healing Touch Spiritual Ministry part, which fit my belief system and how I worked even better. And so I became an instructor there.
Mm-hmm.
And was introduced to aromatherapy and the anointing and bringing in the essential oils, which also raises your vibration. And
You mean, wait a minute, I thought we just use essential oils because they smell good.
not exactly. Just like anything on earth has a specific vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Essential oils each have their own vibration, and they also have all their own chemical components, and like they're the medicines of the earth, as are herbs and things. And it's because of their chemical components and their vibration that they affect people the way they do and help us with different systems of our body, or also emotional, spiritual issues. And so they add another layer of vibration. Our energy, of course, has a vibrational level. And when we're doing energy work, we are working on that level.
Well, and as we're talking about energy and vibration, earlier today I got a little stressed out over something. And I was like, "Ugh." So my energy was different, right? So it makes sense from a logical standpoint. Like, this is not about woo-woo. This is about, we are energy. We are water. Consider how much we're made up of water. And when you get stressed or you're in pain or you're going through a challenge, your energy is different. So if you can use a different energy, something to balance and calm that energy source, it makes sense.
Right. And that's what the techniques that we teach in our classes do, and we also teach the aromatherapy. So between the two of them, you have more tools in your toolbox for helping you shift your energy and shift your vibration. So, and I use it daily, personally, and many times during the day also.
Can we let's do a little shift, because like I said, I got stressed out around something this morning and I was like, oh goodness, I get to be with Margaret this afternoon. So let's go ahead and give our audience an opportunity to shift your vibration. And I think we're going to do a meditation. So if you're driving, you might want to turn the volume down. Definitely keep your eyes open and keep them on the road. And come back to this later. Pin it so that you can come back and enjoy it later when you can be in a place of quiet.
Okay. Well, we always begin with the breath. So breathe in all the way down, all the way to your feet. Breathing all the way down. And breathe in that divine spirit, however you want to name it or feel that connection. And invite the divine into your own heart with your breath. And feel your body relax as you surrender to the Spirit's guidance. There is a holy presence around you. Embrace it so that you may be blessed through this work. So rest your hands gently at the heart and breathe in. May your heart be blessed with openness and joy. May you be blessed with an open and joyful heart to receive God's gifts to you. Now rest both of your hands on your crown. May you be blessed with the gift of understanding as you are connected to Divine Spirit in this present moment. See your whole being filled with violet white light. May you be blessed with a sense of mindfulness as you strive to live a conscious life. In your mind's eye, see this light moving down into your heart, filling you with divine understanding. Now, one hand on the brow and one hand stays on your crown. As you connect these two centers, I send the light now from your crown, I send the light from my crown to my brow, and ask that I be blessed with illumination on my path in life, so I may see the way ahead. May I be blessed with patience to find what I am seeking in life. Now place one hand on the brow and one hand behind your head, so you're holding the brow center front and back. May God's light illumine my inner vision and intuition, opening my third eye. May I be blessed with the deep indigo light of wisdom, and may dreams speak to my mind and heart. Now send this light down into the heart, filling divine illumination. And place both hands on either side of your head, balancing the brain. I send the light now to balance the right and left sides of the brain. May I be blessed with an ability to listen to God's voice through intuition. May God bless me with balance and harmony in all ways. Then place one hand on the brow and one hand at the back of the neck, at the back of the throat center. So you're connecting these two centers. I send the light now from my brow into my throat center, that I may speak with wisdom, truth that connects from illumination. May creativity be blessed with inspiration, and may my words have wisdom, clarity, and purpose. Now place both hands on your cheeks. I send the light into my cheeks and jaw. May I be blessed finding my own voice and self-expression. May silence be a teacher as I learn to listen in order to communicate. Now hold one hand cupped over your throat center and the other directly behind your neck. So you're holding the throat center front and back. May God's light fill your throat center with bright blue light, enabling me to speak my truth in love. May I be blessed with the divine inspiration. Send the light now into my heart that I may be filled with divinely inspired words. And again, bring both hands to rest over your heart center. May God's light fill my heart center with radiant green light of love. May I be blessed with perfect balance in the center of my being where the mystery of love resides. May I be blessed with the rose light of compassion for self and others. May my heart reach out in forgiveness of anyone or anything that has hurt me. May I be softened as I heal and become whole in body, mind, and spirit. And using your breath, return to this time and space when you're ready. It's a little different when you're doing it on yourself and using the I than when you're doing it on someone else. But it's very effective. How was that for you, Nancy?
I feel so much more peaceful and calm right now. That was beautiful. And I love that I can go back to this.
Yeah, it's real simple because you're just following from your heart to your crown and working your way back to the heart.
Yeah.
Which these are your spiritual
Centers.
centers of the
That was
body.
really good. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So be sure and ground yourself afterwards.
Say
Before
that again.
ground yourself. Think about your feet also and having them on the earth before you take off and do other things.
Okay, good tip. Good tip. Otherwise, you end up woo. Margaret, I know you have a class coming up on March the 10th, and I'm going to give the information on about that to our audience right now. Can you tell them what the class is about?
Well, this is from one of our instructors in the aromatherapy program, Kate Brown, and her story, which I'm sure she will share in this thing, but she found what she learned in our program to help her tremendously on an emotional level. And so part of her love of the program and what we teach, the techniques and the essential oils, is how they influence us from an emotional standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're working with emotions, learning about meditation or prayer or centering are very important to shift your energies into a more balanced place where you're not being drawn and depleted through the emotional issues.
Mm.
So those are the type things she will be addressing in this
Class.
Yes, the master class.
And I think the practice of prayer meditation, getting a little feedback now, I can hear. The practice of prayer and meditation we practice things so that when we need the tools, it becomes second nature, right?
Correct.
So that's, go ahead.
It's been a lifesaver for me personally, moving through the work and learning it and having it in my own personal toolkit, because I call upon it constantly in even little things, to ways to recenter when somebody yells at you, or, or something happens with a car that pulls out in front of you, sort of scares you. Then you can use your little tools to get right back into that centered place where you're not disturbed or having, the possibility of it causing you other problems.
Right. And, as you were sharing that, I was reminded of, what was the name of the guy the pilot who landed the plane in the Hudson and
Yeah.
everyone got out safely is Scully, I think it is.
Right.
His practice and preparation beforehand is what allowed him to show up.
Right.
Right. So I think that, and if you're watching this stream, if you've been with us, if you have some practice of prayer and meditation already, attending this class on the 10th is a beautiful way to take it to that next level, and especially learning how to incorporate essential oils to increase the frequency, vibration, and connection. It's going to be amazing.
It is. And Kate's love for the work comes through and embraces you when you're listening to her. And so it really is very uplifting, and she has such great knowledge that she shares, that even if you're very used to doing energy work or prayer or meditation or using the essential oils, I suspect you'll find something that she addresses that you hadn't heard before.
I love it. I love it. And thank you, Sue TK. She fixed up it's Captain Sullenberger. It was Sully, not Scully. So thank you, Sue TK. Oh, yeah, this was beautiful. So, Margaret, thank you for being with us this afternoon. I am grateful and peaceful and calm thanks to that whole experience through.
Well, it was definitely my pleasure, and thank you so much, Nancy.
You are most
always wonderful to be with you.
Yes, it is. All right, my friends, move forward on this beautiful Sunday, filling yourself up with that love, that light that Margaret poured into us. That was always there, but we had to remember. So I love you all. I love you, Margaret. Have a beautiful day.
Awesome.